Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making bean dip. Super simple, super easy. All you do is mix all these ingredients together and then pop it in the oven. So what you're gonna need is a can of refried beans, 2 cups of any kind of cheese that you want, chili powder, cumin powder, pecani sauce. It doesn't have to be paste, but paste is my favorite, sour cream, and cream cheese. And I'm also going to be making quesadillas. I thought about not making these on camera because they're so easy, but maybe I'll show you. You need half an onion chopped, bell pepper, zucchini, squash, and mushroom. And then you need cheddar cheese, a little bit of olive oil, some seasoning. It's not the recipe, but I'm going to put seasoning in it because you don't want bland vegetables. And then tortillas. You can use any kind that you want. I just have the burrito sized ones. First thing you're gonna do is preheat your oven to 350 for the bean dip. We're gonna make that first since it's gonna be in the oven for like 30 minutes. Okay, first thing you're gonna need is a can of refried beans. So let's get this out. Refried beans always remind me of dog food. Okay. Then you're gonna need a cup of pecani sauce. Gotta get it all. 3/4 a cup of sour cream. I'm not gonna measure the sour cream, I'm just gonna put some in. Then you need 3 ounces of cream cheese. I'm just gonna kind of guesstimate it. It's okay if you add a little bit more. And then you need 1 tablespoon of chili powder. This is a 2 tablespoon, but I just did half of it. 1 tablespoon. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cumin. I'm just gonna put some in. I like cumin, so. And then 2 cups of cheddar cheese. It could be whatever kind. I just got the mild and Monterey. And then you're gonna mix all of this together. This is gonna be so freaking good. It said you can put it in the microwave or in a crock pot or even in the oven. I'm gonna do the oven method. Jesus, getting this everywhere. But yeah, you can do whichever way you want. I don't think the microwave would be a good idea in my personal opinion. I think I would rather have this in the crock pot or the oven. I just think microwave kind of doesn't make it as good. It doesn't look like bean dip right now, but once it's in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes, it'll look more like bean dip once the cheese melts and everything. On medium-high heat, you're gonna wanna saute your vegetables in a little bit of olive oil. And it doesn't say anything about seasoning them, but I season mine with adobo. I literally put this on everything. But you can season it with whatever you want. I think it's weird that they told you to leave it bland. Anyway, I put like maybe 2 tablespoons in here. And yeah, quesadillas are super easy to make. So when this is done, I'll show you the next step. Okay, once your veggies are done, set them aside. And then you're gonna wanna use the same pot that you used for the veggies. Just spray a little bit, and then get a tortilla, lay it flat on the pan, add a little bit of cheese on the bottom, just 1/2, don't put it on both, and then you want to add a little bit of veggies, not too much because you don't want it to come out of the tortilla. And then you want to sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top over it. And then fold it over. And then once it's done cooking on one side, or once the cheese is done melting, you're gonna flip it over. I guess I should get a new thing. Yeah, once it's done cooking on one side, you're gonna flip it over and then do the other side. And voila! Voila, voila, voila. I don't know how you say it. Anyway, my bean dip's almost done, and then I'll finish cooking these, and I'll see you for the mukbang portion. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm having chips and bean dip that I made in the beginning, and I also have a vegetarian quesadilla, and it just has mixed vegetables that I chopped up, and I added some cheese, and then I have sour cream right here. It's the rest of my sour cream that I had left over, the cream cheese, and I had a little bit of taco seasoning, so I mixed that together. And then I have a little thing of salsa for my quesadillas, or chips if I want them. And then my chips that I have today are these Pocky Fiery Chili Lemon Chips. Limon. If you guys remember, I had the haunted ghost pepper version on one of my other dip videos. And then I don't think I've had these before on a video, but I've had these in real life. And it's jalapeno ranch ruffles. These are super good. So yeah, if you ever see these too, you should try them. I haven't tried these before, so I'm gonna try these first. The bag is a little bit flimsy for these, so I'm hoping the chips are not crushed. And this is what they look like. They kind of look like a Dorito. They have a lot of seasoning on them. Okay. Yummy. I'm excited. I've never made a bean dip before. This is good. I'm so cheap. I've only ever had the store-bought version. I like these chips. I taste the chili, but I don't taste the lemon. They're really good. Yummy. I was doing so well with not drinking soda. I didn't even drink soda on my trip. I had just water, but today I'm just like, I'm feeling it. Let me have one more of these, and then we'll try these. Actually, I kind of want a little bit of this salsa. Paste was the salsa that I used to have when I was a kid. Let me know if you guys want me to try like every brand of salsa and see which one is my favorite. Because I can do that for you. Or even ketchup. If you guys want me to try every brand of ketchup and let you know which one I like the most, I'll be completely unbiased. Let me know if you want to see that too. This is good. It tastes like, have you ever had the bean dip on the chip aisle that is in the little tin can and you just pop the lid off? It tastes exactly like that. But obviously better because it's homemade, and this one's really warm. These chips are so good. I'm actually glad that they kept them. They look like sour cream and onion. They look like every other Ruffles chip, but they're really good. This is probably my top 3 favorite chip for Ruffles. Let's try this quesadilla. This quesadilla turned out so freaking good, might I add. I don't have any spoon for this, so. Oh my god, this is so good. Yum. This is super simple too. I've never had a quesadilla like that I made myself. If I had to rate this, these are 10 out of 10. I'm literally gonna make these again. These are really good. This is like a 9 out of 10, maybe an 8.5. I feel like it needs some spice. If you like your dip a little bit spicy, I would probably add jalapenos to this. Or even get like really hot salsa, so that way I feel like it would add a little bit of heat to it, because this is good, but I feel like it's missing something. Or even I would add onions to this. I didn't have anything to top it with, so shame on me. But I would add onions to this, and I would add jalapenos and super hot salsa, and this would be like a 10 out of 10. I'm so happy with this. What's your favorite part of a quesadilla? I like the middle, but some people like the ends of it. I'm really happy I seasoned this too, the vegetables, because I feel like it would be bland if I didn't. I think I like this even more than like a chicken quesadilla. You can even add like a sauce to it if you wanted to add like a chipotle sauce, like kind of like Taco Bell does. That would be good. This entire meal is relatively cheap too. Like this is for like, I think the serving size is 8 people. So it's like 1/4 a cup. You can make this for a party if you wanted to. Put it in a crock pot and then cook it on low heat for 4 hours or something and just keep stirring it. That'd be good for a party. I really like these chips, by the way. And then the quesadillas are good for your kids if you have kids, to get them to eat their vegetables. Maybe not put as much vegetables and put a little bit of chicken, and I feel like kids will like it. have a queso recipe that I was gonna make with the bean dip, but the grocery store that I went to, they didn't have any Velveeta, which I'm really sad about. But my next dip video, I'm gonna make this cheese dip that I've been making, and I actually really love it. Anyway, I shared my story on the community tab of YouTube about my hand and how when I was younger I used to hide my hand up until I was 23 basically when I started YouTube, and you guys were so loving and supportive and I appreciate it. Obviously there were a couple jerks, but you know, whatever. There was someone that wrote me a comment on one of my videos, and I had a couple of people saying, don't respond to it. Shame on you for like outing like this kid. But this kid left a public comment on one of my videos. So I'm not outing anyone. If you leave a trolly comment on one of my videos, I have the right to call you out on it. Like, what, am I supposed to stay silent? I just think people, when they say stuff like that, I'm like, you've obviously never been on the internet, or you've never had a hateful comment toward you. You're not just gonna like be quiet and shut up. That's how people win. You gotta stand up for yourself. I don't call out every hateful comment that I see, but that comment kind of hurt me, so I called it out and people got mad at me for it. Not a lot of people. There were just a couple comments that said, why would you even call this kid out? And I'm just like, wow. Wow. Anyway. After that, I felt the need to like share my story. I shared like what happened to my hand and everything. It was just, I was born with it. Like my umbilical cord got wrapped around my fingers and it cut off the growth to my fingers. But I've never shared what I really went through, especially in the last end of elementary school is when I started hiding my hand because I got made fun of by a little girl in my class, and I'll never forget her comment. It really hurt me. So the end of elementary school, all through middle school, all through high school, I hid my hand because I was living in fear that people were going to make fun of me. And kids did, but like when you hide your hand, people don't really notice at first. So like the first day of school, people aren't going to really notice, but they'll start picking up on it, especially in the summertime when I started wearing sweaters and like thick sweaters, and they'd be like, why are you wearing sweaters in summer? And I'm just like, oh my God, they're going to find out. And that's really, I don't know, I feel like I became super, super, super insecure. And that's when I struggled the most, but that's also when I found running too, especially in high school. I started running every day after school. And that helps me not only get away from my mom's abusive ex-boyfriend, but also take out some of my frustrations that I had on myself, and I would just run them out, and it helped me so much. But because of your loving comments, and I'm saying this like 100%, you guys have helped me so much. Without you, I would still be hiding my hand. Without you, I would still be living in fear. Like I would see someone from high school and they would be like, oh my God, what's wrong with her hand? And it just like, it's this thing that consumes my mind all the time. Like, what would people think when they found out? And then when people did find out about my hand, I would always shut it down. I'd be like, no, there's nothing wrong with me. Even though there was something wrong with me, I'm like, absolutely nothing wrong with my hand. But I knew there was, and they knew it too. They just didn't say anything after. I had a best friend in middle school. She was so sweet. And she's like, I know you don't want to talk about it, but just know that I accept you for who you are. And I'll never bring this up again, but you have a friend in me and I'll never tell anyone. And I remember that comment too. And that meant so much to me. Unfortunately, I ended up moving after that, so I never really saw her. But it's friends like that that you really appreciate them. Like, no matter what's wrong with you, they're always there for you. I still have that. I still have this fear that I'm gonna find someone, and of course I'm not 100% secure within myself. I'm still afraid that I'm gonna find a guy or a girl and they're gonna find out that I'm different and they're gonna dump me, which is like literally the biggest fear. And it's so dumb because a lot of people are really accepting, but I still have that fear in the back of my mind where I'm gonna find someone and they're gonna be like, oh, that's a deal breaker, she's different, like I can't be with her. Or they're not going to want to touch me because of my hand. I don't know. You know how when you hold hands with people, like when I was younger, I used to dread shaking people's hand because obviously my right hand is not the same as my left hand. So when people would do this, I'd be like, oh my God, I have to shake their hand. And it was something where I would be like, and they're like, why are you giving me your left hand? And in middle school, I've done that before, and they're like, no, give me your right hand. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, don't make me do this in front of everyone. So I would like whisper, I'd be like, I can't do this. And then the teacher would kind of understand. They'd be like, okay. But I'm afraid that when I meet someone that I'm gonna like, they're gonna want to shake my hand and they're just gonna be like, oh my God, this girl's a freak. And it scares the crap out of me, and it still scares the crap out of me. And I've tried talking, when I did have a therapist, I tried talking to them about this, and the first therapist that I had, she's like, there's nothing wrong, and I'm just like, I don't know, I just can't get over this fear. And she's like, she gave me this exercise where she said, go up to someone and greet them, and put your right hand out and try to shake their hand. And I'm like, I couldn't do it. I literally did not do it. And I told my therapist that. I said, I just feel so uncomfortable doing that. I would rather give people hugs. And it's something I really need to get over because I feel like it's going to affect me the rest of my life if I don't just suck it up and do it and put myself out there without having fear that a significant other would hate me or feel disgusted toward me because I am different. And it sucks. I wish I didn't have like this fear of people hating me for who I am. I think, God damn it. I think once I find someone that loves me for who I am, I feel like I'll be more able to figure out ways to love myself, but I haven't found someone yet, so it's a little bit harder for me because I have what if instead of I dated someone and they loved me for who I was, so. I don't know. Does this make sense? I really like this. Anyway, I'm only 25. I'm sure I'll find someone. I have been putting myself out there lately, so. And it's funny because my mom said she wants to start dating too. And I was telling her, which I think I'm going to try this too, meetup.com. And basically it's a place where you can meet up with people that have similar things that they like that you like. So let's say you're into brunching, which I'm not. I'm not your typical white girl that likes to brunch. I don't get up early. I don't brunch. Which is why I didn't like Bumble, because every girl's like, oh, like, want to brunch? And I'm like, I don't brunch. I don't brunch. I just don't like brunching. I don't do it. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. No. But meetup.com is like, if you're into art, there's people that are into art like you, and they have events, and you like attend the event, you meet all these different people. I'm thinking about doing that, and I was telling my mom about it, and she's like, ooh, I think I'm gonna do that too. So if you guys ever want to meet new people like me, you should try meetup.com. Not sponsored. I think I'm gonna start doing it because I need to put myself out there. I gotta meet new people, and I gotta get over some of my fears that I still have. I bet this would be good cold too. I love me a cold bean dip. Let me know if you ever make any of my recipes. I really like hearing what you guys think about it. I like knowing if you guys liked it or if you tweaked the recipe. It makes me happy. Obviously, none of these recipes are mine, okay? I never claim any of them are mine. I wish they were, but they're not. I always leave the recipe in the description. I'll never take credit for any recipe that's not mine because I don't believe in that. I feel like you should give credit where credit's due. Maybe once I get more into cooking and I've tried a lot of recipes, and then I can try to create my own stuff. But for now, I just follow other people's recipes. I'm literally always Googling recipes and just looking at different websites and seeing what I can find. Like in my spare time, I'm like, what can I make for YouTube? No joke. I look like a psycho because all of my bookmarks on my computer are just recipes. And then I just pick from recipes. Today, this sounded good, so I was like, let's make this. I have recipes like buffalo dip, smothered pork chops. I have a rice dish recipe. I have a shrimp smothered baked potato, which looks so good. Oh my god, I need to make that. Shrimp is just really expensive, and I want to get the fresh kind. I don't want to get the frozen kind. So hopefully coming up I can make that, because that recipe, wow, so delectable. I'll have one more quesadilla. I'm gonna have to make more quesadillas. I saved the rest of the mixed veggies, and I think I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna add some chicken because I have some frozen chicken, and I'm gonna make like a stir fry with it for tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I hope you tried this recipe. If you don't try this, please try the quesadillas. They're so good. Great. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys coming back to my videos every time I post one. YouTube doesn't like me sometimes, so they don't give you a notification if you sign up for that. So just be on the lookout for my videos. I'm very like all over the place. I don't have a specific upload date. I just upload whenever I want to. It gives me freedom to upload more if I wanted to, or less, and it doesn't stress me out. So if you want to, you can subscribe to my channel, or you can just watch whenever I post a new video. And I really appreciate you guys. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.